Jeff, I also have with me here Ali Fold, who is an Israeli advocate and someone who has been in support of what's happened. Let's have his opinion on the matter. Thank you for being with us. Where do you stand on this matter?
Look, the sale is really, there's no one who has any questions on the sale. The problem is that in Judea and Samaria, when a house is sold, the Israeli government has to give permission to go in. They haven't done that for 5 years. The Jews who bought the house for millions of dollars, by the way, there's no question on the sale. The problem here now is that the Jews moved in without the government giving the stamp of approval. This is on the Minister of Defense, and that's all it is. There's absolutely no grounds of anyone coming here. The sale wasn't made. The sale was made. This is a technical issue with the Israeli government, and that's all.
This house has been in dispute for 5 years. So far, there hasn't been any conclusion to this issue or dispute in courts. Why move in before the government gives the green light to do so, or even the army?
So there's been no dispute. Again, let me explain to you what happens. When you buy a house in Judea and Samaria, the government of Israel has to give the stamp of approval on it at the end. Again, there's no question about the sale. This is the technical side of the Israeli government. I dare anyone to question the sale. It's been through. The papers are there. They're signed. The only issue is that the Minister of Defense has not given a stamp of approval yet.
Thank you. And as is the case here in the Middle East, we always have two sides to the story. I have with me here Amr Isa, who's a Palestinian advocate also here. Amr, what's your side of the story? What do you think about the situation behind you?
A few thieves came in to steal a Palestinian house, supported by an Israeli right-wing government, letting them go in a Palestinian house, violating the international law, violating even the Israeli Supreme Court decisions. You know, the case in the court, they say that they bought the house. The court saw that it's not right what they say. Even the house belongs to 100 Palestinians. It's not only one for one Palestinian. There is a Palestinian family living inside. They came in, they broke in, and what is strange that you see police and army protecting a few thieves. They come into a Palestinian house and they steal it. That's it.
Did you talk to any of the families?
The Palestinian family, they are my friend. Yesterday I went in, they were very afraid. They were terrified from the soldiers and the settlers, and the soldier attacked them today. Instead of protecting the Palestinian family who are living here, they were attacked by the Israeli soldiers. And the settlers, look, they are coming in a closed military zone, and nobody make them accountable. Why? Because Netanyahu wants to support the settlement and violate the Israeli Supreme Court decisions.
Thank you, Amr. Thank you, Ami. And this is the situation here as it stands in Hebron. The divide continues. The dispute is continuing, Jeff.